Year 2020 has been a challenging year for businesses and citizens across the globe. At the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development held in November last year, the overwhelming consensus was that a strong economic recovery from The overwhelming consensus was that a strong economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic requires governments prioritize the services sector as a key factor of their policy mix. The TTCSI firmly believes that the services sector holds the key to export diversification, as the sector itself is quite diverse and includes business and professional services, construction, ICT, energy, finance, transport and tourism, and travel services, among others. The services sector is the largest sector in Trinidad and Tobago's economy, contributing a combined total of 70% or TT 115 billion to GDP in fiscal year 2017, employing over 85% of the labor force. In 2018, the sector contributed an estimated 58% to GDP, followed by 53% in 2019. Despite our success at home, the services sector accounts for less than 10% of export earnings. The services sector, therefore, has significant scope for growth in terms of export generation, with recent developments in ICT making it much easier to digitally execute services for clients anywhere in the world. It is important to also point out that most advanced economies do not distinguish between manufactured goods and services. These economies focus on servicification. The servicification of manufacturing means that the manufacturing sector is increasingly reliant on services, whether as inputs, as activities within firms, or as output sold bundled with goods. According to the WTO, services contribute to over 30% of the value of manufacturing exports. Thus, we should not be pegging sectors against each other, but work collaboratively for the sustainability of both services and manufacturing. Pre-pandemic, the TTCSI, in line with its mandate, was already spearheading several initiatives geared at developing a cadre of services exporters in Trinidad and Tobago. Today, we are here to formally launch our National Services Export Campaign. This campaign was informed by rigorous research conducted for more than a decade. This research was led by Linderson Lincoln, who is now a Fulbright Scholar in the United States. In 2019-2020, we conducted a survey of potential and existing services exporters, the findings of which identify key challenges preventing service companies from expanding their business. After several consultations and focus group meetings, recommendations were put forward to address the current limitations experienced by the services sector and to position the sector to take advantage of export opportunities on the horizon. As a result, TTCSI decided that we needed to take a more strategic approach to the expansion of the services sector by incorporating all our export initiatives under a single forward-looking internationalization strategy and export call to action for the services sector. It is with great pleasure, therefore, that I officially launch our first ever National Services Export Campaign, Go Global TT Services. That's the logo on your screen. What does Go Global TT Services mean, you may ask? The overall objective of this campaign is to nurture and develop firms that have the capacity to export. Our goal is to provide the services sector with the tools to inculcate an exporter's mindset. This is something that Director Jagannath is very passionate about. Therefore, enabling our members to grow and expand their businesses regionally and internationally. The Go Global TT Services campaign comprises of 5 initiatives. You would see the slide shows or the list the initiatives. The foundation block of the Services Go Global SGG training program. This program follows a logical sequence approach to exporting, a roadmap that takes exporters through 4 stages and 12 modules of export preparation. With the completion of each module, elements of the service provider's export plan are developed and finalized. Service providers who undertake the course will come away having completed the initial elements of their export plan. Within the past 2 years, the TTCSI has produced 140 graduates of the SGG program with full funding and support from Caribbean Export. Thank you, Deodat and Allison. Building on this foundation, I am pleased to now also launch the next stage of our National Services Export campaign, from export ready to export acceleration. Today, we embark on the first phase of the Gateway to Trade project, G2T. G2T takes SGG to the next level. It is a 9-month market readiness accelerator program, which in the first phase targets 80 firms with export experience commencing this month. It is the first time that this program will be rolled out in Trinidad and Tobago. Key elements include market connections, tailored business coaching and mentoring, as well as enterprise and product upgrading assistance. Our next presenters, Michelle Hustler and Theo Ward, are co-creators of the SGG and G2T export programs. They were selected because, unlike other accelerator programs, the G2T program includes a train the trainer element. This means that beyond 2023, the TTCSI and Export TT will have certified trainers to execute this program independently, thereby ensuring project sustainability and the development of local human capacity. The third initiative is the National Services Exporters Portal. Although Trinidad and Tobago has a wide range of service industries, a local services hub branding strategy does not currently exist. The National Services Exporters Portal overall objective is to position, brand, market, and promote Trinidad and Tobago as an international services hub. Activities which will support its development include the creation of a local services cluster development portal, inward outward trade missions, and proactive media engagements. A network of local services firms will be established, as this will enable businesses to become globalized quickly through shared expertise and opportunities. This network will act as a local advisor on international markets, develop market entry strategies, organize trade workshops, and provide in-depth market reports. It would also facilitate the exchange of experiences and knowledge of international markets by encouraging dialogue between service companies, governments, and technology suppliers on the e-commerce side. The high cost of exporting has been a major challenge for both exporters and non-exporters in the local services sector. And as a result, firms could use this local services hub to engage in joint marketing efforts, such as branding, market research, and bundling of services, which would help reduce export costs. And finally, we culminate all of these projects by recognizing the top services exporter in the Caribbean under the newly relaunched Caribbean Lawrence Placide Services Go Global Award. The award was named in honor of the first president of the TTCSI. Larry, as he was known by many, was a keen advocate for the development of the services sector nationally and regionally. He was the foremost authority on trade and services in the Caribbean region and was a strong believer in Caribbean integration. The objective of the award is to not only recognize high potential service providers, but also build the competencies of services exporters in the Caribbean, creating a cadre of service providers and firms that are positioned to expand their businesses. The winners will receive coaching services funded by Caribbean Export and the European Union. In addition, B2B connections will be made in identified markets. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite you to view for the first time TTCSI National Services Export Campaign promotional video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a defining moment for the Trinidad and Tobago services sector. I urge our member association and all services providers to take advantage of the opportunities presented by the TTCSI. Graduates of the SGG program can apply for the Caribbean Lawrence Placide Award. Trinidad and Tobago service companies can register on our National Services Exporters Portal, which will help us market your business. And finally, we look forward to the participation of selected services firms in the first phase of the Gateway to Trade Export Accelerator Program. Together, we can make a difference and put services export on the front burner. Thank you.